everything has a resonance. All things pulse at a specific frequency. When our vision is aligned, when our intentions are clear, and our mind at peace with the natural unfolding of our lives, we are tuned into the rhythm that emanates from within us. When we feel like unlike ourselves, a little off track, and when things are not going smoothly or seamlessly, there is too much exertion of effort and or people are not understanding us. Sometimes this is a reflection of being out of sync, offbeat with our own true rhythm, offbeat with the light, the sunflower and the bloomer within. We begin to choose things that don't necessarily align with us, at least not anymore. And everyone has a certain beat, a certain pulse to their life. And it really depends on who you are. It's therefore really helpful for you to better understand yourself through, for instance, tools like astrological birth charts, numerology charts, even something that is called Enneagram chart is also really, really helpful to use to have a better understanding of what your baseline actually is as far as your nature is concerned. That is something that is actually incorporated into the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program in the root season, where it's all about you getting to know thyself being the essence of who you truly are beneath the layers of perfectionism, right? So the question becomes eventually, do we notice when we are in tune? Do you notice when you are in tune? I ask you this because if you're able to uncover whether you are in tune or not, then that's awesome. But a lot of high performers with perfectionism at times or all the time have a hard time actually identifying whether they're in tune or not. Because when you have perfectionism, especially if you have people pleasing, you tend to be looking at the world through the psychic centers, right? Through up here, tuning into the environment, tuning into everyone else, and picking up on what's going on around you, what everyone's feeling and thinking, right? And so you begin people pleasing because you have such empathy that you sacrifice yourself to meet someone else over and over and over again, to the point where you sacrifice even the essence of who you are. So it's absolutely crucial to be able to identify that, right? To notice when you are in tune or not, because you're absolutely not in tune if you're people pleasing. What about if you're pushing and proving? Well, if you're pushing and proving and you're hustling to basically feel worthy or feel like you have some sort of meaning, makes sense, then you're also not in tune, because your essence, your worthiness doesn't require your pushing, proving, and pleasing. It simply is what it is. Your essence is what it is. And so being in tune with the light, the sunflower, and the bloomer within you really means that you're able to come back to baseline and also remember and also know what your needs are. What do I need right now? What is my rhythm like today? In this moment, in this moment, in this moment? What is rhythm to me now? So again, ask yourself, can I even notice when I am in tune? And if you're not in tune, how can you join back into this harmonious symphony that your life can actually become? Because it can become that. Because it is. It's more so that it has to unbecome what it is now to become the harmonious symphony that it's always been, beneath all the layers of conditioning, of cultural conditioning, of societal conditioning, of kind of family conditioning, of how you've been raised, right? So at one point then, you'll be able to come back to that sense of rhythm that actually is very much in alignment with and guided by your intuition. The intuition is connected to infinite intelligence, to that which is ever present, ever aware, and knows it all the time, and sees how everything is seamlessly connected, right? When you are in tune, when you're in a sense of rhythm, it's as if everything's transcendental. Things just flow. People come into your life in a very seamless way. And it's all very effortless and easy. And you're kind of riding the wave. Right? And that is when you live a life in alignment with you being able to bloom beyond perfectionism. I truly recommend you to tap into silence, tap into reflection, go into nature, journal, do some yoga. But it's not about doing them, but being when you're doing them, if that makes sense. Because if you're just ticking it off the list, then that's just another way of perpetuating a perfectionistic behavior of being kind of addicted to or needing that sense of having had things done or having ticked something off the list. See? It's more so about being with these different practices so that you can get into a sense of rhythm. And what rhythm looks like to you today might be something totally different tomorrow. Because if you look at, energy, we are all energy. You are energy, I'm energy. When I'm speaking right now, I'm creating frequencies that you get to pick up and you get to understand and process. See? And so when we're talking about energy, energy can be disharmonious or harmonious. And when it's harmonious, it creates rhythm. It's kind of easy to dance to, see? Whereas if it's disharmonious, you find it harder to dance to. But being able to bloom beyond perfectionism is not about only living through the harmonious times, only being in rhythm. Because how are you meant to know what rhythm is if you don't know what rhythm is not? All the rhythm that I now have in my life, as far as having created a life and business of freedom from perfectionism, has been rooted from me wilting and falling through the disharmonious times. And trust me when I say that these things go in cycles. And it might even be years and years in between each cycle, but they do go in cycles. So you might be challenged and invited to go through a new cycle right now. You might have disharmonious things going on in your life that aren't as harmonious as you wish them to be. But chaos and order walk hand in hand. It's in the chaos, in the unknown, in the unfamiliarity that you get to understand what and who you are being birthed into right now. And it might take you some time before you learn your new rhythm because you're playing on a new song. It's a new song that you're going to dance to now. in your new season. So wherever you are in your cycle, understand that disharmony, rhythm, and the opposite to that, it's all good. It's all well. To bloom beyond perfectionism is being able to be okay with that, to accept that, to learn to accept over and over. Understand that clarity and illusion, peace and frustration, they go hand in hand. I invite you to journal. Am I flowing with the true rhythm of my life right now? What is my rhythm like right now? Am I experiencing disharmony or harmony in some area of my life? How am I or am I not flowing with the true rhythm of my life? What would aligning with rhythm mean right now? What would accepting disharmony mean right now? See? I would love to hear what you have processed, what came up for you. And for you to do so, apply to join the Bloom Beyond tribe. You get to be part of it for a free month, for a free monthly cohort. You'll be part of it. And from there onwards, you obviously can extend it to opt in to our paid programs, Bloom Beyond Perfectionism and or Bloom Beyond Mastermind, for those who are committed to long-term growth, long-term self-insight and transformation, and being able to bloom beyond perfectionism and get to know your unique rhythm, your unique disharmony as well. See? Go to bloombeyond.com/apply to join, to apply, right? And we might see you on the other side of there. Until next time, sending you so much light and love. Open your heart to receive it. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. And affirm, I allow my rhythm to be what it is right now. Stay bright, brave, and balanced.